Okay, well, good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, and what a beautiful day it is to be in community with each other today and enjoy this special Zoom that we have put together with some of the most amazing women in this industry, I want to say. And so you are in for the time of your life. If you are new on this Zoom, and you want to find out why are we so excited, who is New Age, and what does this opportunity entail? Well, we have lined up powerful women like yourself to come and share their stories and a little bit of tips and tricks on how they are building successful home-based businesses. May I say that I believe we are moving from home-based to phone-based businesses. And so these women are all doing it very successfully. And it's just an honor to have everybody together in one space so that we can learn from one another. So if you are a guest, if somebody invited you, a special warm welcome to you today. You are the reason why we have put together the Zoom. Whether you find yourself in Nigeria, in Southern Africa, in the United States, even in Israel, welcome to you guys all over the world. This is a global business, and that is the fun part of it. So I want to introduce you to my co-host today. This woman is, she's one of those people that you meet, and she's extremely stealthy when it comes to doing business. But really, Betsy is a very loving person. She's very successful, but she's got the delicate balance of loving people and serving them and building a business. And I think she's one of the most consistent people on our team here in the US. And so I have the honor of introducing you to Betsy Waters, my co-host today. Betsy, thank you for joining me as we're presenting the Zoom. I love your background. My gosh, it is beautiful. And
I had to go for the vibrant blue. Amazing, Erika. I just love the way that blue pops, and having blue eyes, I'm drawn to blue, and having that be our New Age global, one of our colors. It's just brilliant. So thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for all your hard work, your love for people. It shines through so brilliantly in all you do and how you schedule your day and your time. So speaking of time, thank you all for joining us and just investing a part of your life in this next hour or so. I want to encourage you in the word belief. I want to encourage you with a quote from Theodore Roosevelt. He said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." I often think of my son, who was a track star as a high school runner, and how he would run around that track and he would believe in his mind that he was approaching that finish line as first. So I want you to believe today with your heart. I want you to believe with your heart. I want you to believe with your heart for your future and your family as you listen to the stories that people are going to be sharing. May your heart be encouraged for your future. That's what I want for you today in this next hour or so. Thank you so much, Erika.
wow, Betsy, belief, that is a powerful word, right? It just says so much. Thanks for sharing that. I think we all can take that from our heads to our hearts today to truly believe. So Betsy, without further ado, I want us to introduce our first guest. She is she's like a firecracker. She's tiny, she's very beautiful, but she's just an amazing businesswoman, and she's a mentor to both of us. She has started a movement here in Colorado, second to none. She's just a powerhouse, and one of those people you leave her presence and you feel like, I believe. In fact, I believe to the top is what she's known for, right? So I want to welcome the most amazing beautiful blessing in our lives, Tammy Maltby Melchizedek. Thank you for your time, Tams, and I want you to share how has this business changed your life, and talk to us about Southern Africa and the opportunity that's around the door.
Well, good evening, everyone in South Africa. It is an honor to be with you. If you are a guest, you are the most important person on this Zoom. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it was about 7 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you're at. And I was looking for another income stream. I was looking for better health. I was looking for more energy, better sleep. I was looking for what New Age is, but I didn't know it at the time. But I had a really good friend who introduced me into this whole world. And he said, he and his wife, dear friends, I trusted them. I knew them. I had history with them. And they just said, Tammy, just come take a look. And I had read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I had run businesses. I had run nonprofits. My whole background was in publishing and media. So I knew nothing of this world. It was like a whole new world to me. But when I started doing the research and I realized that over 80% of the women around the world that make over $100,000 a year, six-figure earners, do it inside businesses just like this. That got my attention. I was working a full-time job. I had a part-time job on the weekends. I have 4 adult children, 7 grandsons. My life was busy. And so I needed something that I could fit into the pockets of my life. And when I was introduced to this opportunity, I loved it. I thought, I love transforming people's lives. I love seeing people drop the weight, get better health, get better nutrition. The stories just started rolling in, and then the stories of people starting to make serious income in this. And so I don't know where you're at today. I don't know what about this interests you, but I'm going to tell you, particularly if you are in South Africa right now or any of the surrounding countries, Botswana, Namibia, Lesotho, South Africa, Swaziland, we are coming to you very soon. We are coming to you. The products have already been created. They're on the shelves. We are in the middle of a convergence of all of these companies coming together with all of our technology. And it's happening right now. And as soon as all of that lines up, we are in Africa. And it's so exciting because it's happening soon. So if you have a full-time job, if you have a part-time job, maybe you're a mom at home looking to bring in a little extra income. Maybe you're somebody just looking for better health, to lose weight, feel better. You know, maybe you're in that middle stage of life where you say, what else is there? I need something more. I believe this is hope, trust, and a plan. And I believe it will get you there. So thanks so much for having me, Erika.
Wow, hope, trust, and a plan. You've become famous for that, Tam. But it's because you've lived it, right? And
I did.
You've lived it. And being in your stage of life, Tam, what does the flexibility of this opportunity mean to you?
It's huge. And that's one of the things that, in fact, Erika and I were just talking about it today. Whether you have a full-time job and you're looking to just make a little extra on the side to maybe put your kids in a better school, maybe purchase a home, maybe live in a better neighborhood, maybe take a vacation, or maybe give to something that you're very passionate about. Whatever it is, this is something you can work very part-time, and over time, it creates a very full-time income for you. In fact, when I was about 15 months, maybe 13 months into this business, I was creating a 6-figure income, and that's incredible. That's absolutely astounding. I was able to quit my full-time job. I was able to have more flexibility to pick up my grandsons from school. This is a quality lifestyle change for you, wherever you find yourself. And you're going to hear women share. They're going to sprinkle some ideas. Each woman that's going to share has a different experience. I can tell you firsthand, these are amazing women. I know them all very well and personal. They each have a tremendous story of transformation, and I'm really excited for you to hear from them.
Wow, you guys. Well, Tam, before you go, I have one question for you, and then Betsy, if you want to jump in here with a question too. But Tam, in a nutshell, in a few sentences, you're very successful. You're experiencing the beauty of residual income. In a few sentences, how did you do it? I
made a decision. That's the honest truth. I made a decision that I didn't want to be under financial debt. I made a decision that I wanted to run my own company. I didn't want a boss. I didn't want another job. I wanted to be able to have time freedom and financial freedom. And I wanted better health in the process. And so I made a decision to do something I'd never done before. You know, that's maybe easier to do when you're 30 or 40, but when I did this, I was 50, in my early 50s. And I was, you know, you think, do you really start a whole different career when you're 52 years old? Well, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did, because the income and the reward for it is absolutely tremendous, tremendous. So whatever you're looking for, part-time, full-time, maybe you're looking to make a little extra, maybe you're just looking for better health. I promise you, inside of this opportunity, we have hope, trust, and a plan. And I'll say it again, because I've lived it, I've seen it, and I've seen it in every single one of these women's lives.
Wow. Betsy?
Now, terrific, Tammy. I have to ask you, I know that you are so famous for declaring, I believe, to the top. So when you're doing that, when you're focusing on your belief system, how do you believe to the top? I know it's powerful to declare it. It's powerful to point to yourself, like you have taught us to, and go through the motions with our hands. But mentally, how do you believe to the top as Tammy Maltby Melchizedek?
Thank you, Betsy. Well, it's a declaration. You touch your heart, your hands over your heart. Is it still beating? Is it?
Yes.
You have a purpose. That means you have a destiny. That means your life is not finished. There's a reason you're still on planet Earth. Tammy, I declared over my life, believe. What is the story you're telling yourself about what you're living, about what you're walking through? What is the story that needs to change in your head about where you find yourself today? I believe you have to share and teach your brain how to craft a story you want. I don't want to hear what you don't want to happen. I want to hear what you do want to happen. And I want you to constantly be declaring, this is what I do want, not what I don't want. And catch yourself, watch your speak, how you talk. And so Tammy, my heart's still beating. What is the story I tell myself? The story I tell myself is, I can do this. I'm a lifelong learner. I do first things first. I do one thing at a time. I'm disciplined. I'm focused. So I believe to the top. The top is whatever it is that you're dreaming for, whatever it is that you're hoping for, whatever you want to see transformed in your life or in your children's lives. You believe to the top of that thing. And when we do that transformation of how we think, it affects everything about our lives, especially our businesses. And so I do believe to the top.
Powerful stuff, powerful stuff. So Betsy, thanks Tam for sharing, and we learn so much from you. And you live it, you don't just speak it, you live it. So we all learn from you. Betsy, why don't you go ahead and introduce our next powerful speaker?
Oh, wonderful. Well, I would like to introduce Awesome Eava. Awesome Eava has been a friend of mine for over 20 years. We've done ministry together. We've done life together. And I'm so thankful to call her not only my friend, but my business partner. She is someone who believes with her heart in the best for you and for everyone that she comes in contact with. So I love that she has traveled the world to be a blessing to others with ministry, and now she gets to incorporate business in her global outreach as well. So I introduce to you Awesome Eava Baca Currence.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. And if you take a look in the background here, you will see Zuma Rock from right outside of Abuja, Nigeria. And I have been asked to share the wonderful opportunities that we have coming into Nigeria. And for those of you who don't know, this has been 30 years of prayer for me. The very first time I set foot in Nigeria, it was a part of my heart. And I knew it was a land of abundance. And I believe that we are put on this earth to be world changers, to leave the world a better place. And if you look at the word changer, it means, as Tammy said, it means you can change your mind. It means form a new opinion. So the opinion has always been in business that Africa is the place to dump everything that nobody else wants. And I'm here to say and break that curse right now, because Africa is a place where life began. Africa is a place of abundance. And in Nigeria, I want to change our mindset that we are not the tail, we are the head. We are not the end, we are the beginning. So I am so excited for what we have coming. Not only do we have the hero products coming, not only do we have a totally new global plan, not only can you start a business and immediately turn around and make 35%, no longer, okay, for all of you who are out there on the highway in Lagos and Abuja, selling products, you no longer have to risk your life to make a living for you and your family. I am just so excited, because to be a changer means to leave the world a better place and to improve things, make things better. It's actually an opportunity, and I want you to hear this. Opportunity is a set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. And I am so excited because finally, a company, a group of individuals. And I love our company because New Age is a company of the people, by the people, for the people. It is a global movement. It is a global, world-changing dynamic. And New Age is coming to Africa, not to dump, but to actually empower and embrace for Africa, by Africa, in Africa. And why wouldn't I put my name to that? I mean, it's just an answer to prayer.
It's time, isn't it time?
Don't miss this opportunity.
It's time. So Eava, how long have you been involved with network marketing, starting with Limu? How long has your journey been?
Well, I've been involved with this company for 7 years. I've been in and out of the industry for 20 years maybe. And I never, it was one of those things, I was a business snob. Not only, I thought unless it was brick and mortar, or unless I was standing on the Abuja highway selling my wares, it was a business. And then, sometimes you just have to say hello. And this is the best business model I have ever seen. I wish I had been smart enough 20 years ago to recognize it, but 20 years ago, we didn't have New Age. 20 years ago, we didn't have a Bill of Rights. 20 years ago, we didn't have a company that said, I will not sell out unless it is efficacious, unless it works, unless it's clean, unless it is something that brings value to life and makes life better. We're not going to be involved. And I found all of that in New Age. And then when I said, we really need to go to Nigeria, and they said, well, maybe we'll do that. And lo and behold, 6 months later, we're in Africa, anywhere from, and I love Africa. My home base is Nigeria, but from the southern tip to the northern tip, this is life-changing. And it's about bringing abundance back to the roots of our beginning.
Oh my gosh, Eava, you're just amazing. Can we give it up for Eava? Eava is
I'm
just
just
such
a
an
postman.
inspiration. But Eava, you've lived it, right? When you
Yes.
started this business, you had a lot of not quick success, but talk to us about just in 2 seconds, how did you launch your business and how did that look to you?
I told everybody I knew. It was just real simple. I lived the life. I was a product of the products. Came in, basically we were broke. We had lost our house and we didn't have our health. And so we came into it looking for health. We had a transformation. I was so excited. I told everybody I knew, if you were in spitting distance, you were in talking distance, I was going to tell you. And because this is the deal. Okay, so I'm a woman of faith. One day I'm looking out and I'm going sick, broke, lonely. And I'm thinking, whoa, you wicked servant, if you don't turn around and share the answer that God gave you. And it's really simple. I have been given a miracle and I'm going to make sure that everyone I know knows about that miracle. And that's all I did. And that's all I do. I just share the miracle. It's your choice. I mean, you can take it or not, but I kind of like believe in miracles. And if you don't, whoa, who's going to pass up a miracle?
Not me, Eava, not me. Well, that is really incredible. Thank you for sharing your story, Eava. And I know you're building really hard in Nigeria and here in the US. And we wish you all the abundance that you so greatly sow to so many people, right back at you, Eava, 100-fold, right? And
it doesn't matter where you are in the world.
Right.
That's the whole idea. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have an opportunity. Don't pass it by.
Love it. And how many of us just need an opportunity? Thanks for that, Eava. Wow, let's give it up for Eava, Baca, Currence. We just appreciate you so much. Next up, allow me the honor to introduce a woman that I have come to know only recently here in the US, but she is the calm, quiet, forceful river herself. How can I explain Wanda Stein? What is your last name, Wanda? How do you pronounce it in proper English? Proper American English.
It's Steininger.
Steininger. Okay, so Wanda, it's just been amazing to get to know you. And Wanda is one that she's like a backbone. She does her thing and she's solid and you can trust her. If you give something to Wanda, you can know it's being done and done in excellence. Wanda, and that is the impression that you leave all of us, even us who don't know you so well. And talk to us about your new age business you're building mostly in the US, right?
That is correct, yes.
And how do you do that?
So one of the ways that I'm able to do that is I'm involved with networking meetings, and I host events in my home, and I have the opportunity to reach out. I love meeting with people one-on-one. I'm very much a people person. So having the opportunity to either invite somebody out for coffee or go to their home or host an event. So that would be one of the ways that I'm able to integrate and meet people and build my business. And recently, as my business was growing, it was directly related to an event that we had a booth at, and I got to meet people. And it's astounding to be able to meet and develop relationships with people. So building relationships is a very big part of our business.
I love that. It's relationally driven. Betsy, jump in here.
Absolutely. Wonderful, Wanda. I am reflecting on the times we've done booths together. So we'd set up tables and we connect with people. And I would just see you loving on one person to the next. And you just have such a heart to believe the best in others. And so with that love for community, with that love for relationship, how do you see your business blossoming because of your belief in other people?
Well, I think one of the things is that you really attract the people who you are most like. So I really see, honestly, God bringing people into my business that have similar values and beliefs and passions and desires as well. And they're very good at also loving on others and sharing and being with them.
Wow. And tell me this, Wanda, have you experienced any house transformation with using the products of New Age?
For me personally, I have. So earlier in the year, there was a challenge that we did. And in total, I lost 11.5 pounds, 10 inches overall. And the biggest part was my cholesterol dropped from 244 to 217. And that was a big deal because all of that was a result of gaining weight after a surgery I had. So it was a great way to integrate and use the products and have a transformation. And yes, to feel good. And another thing that's really fun and I love about our products is I feel like it just keeps me full of energy and able to work long hours doing amazing, crazy things sometimes.
And has that weight loss and house transformation impacted your business?
It has, because I have got several customers from that, people who are also losing weight. I have a sister who's lost over 17 pounds. I've got a friend who's dropped 10 pounds. And yes, so that has been a great blessing. And that is also part of my heart, is being involved in something that works. Also that you're able to help others transform their lives and walk alongside them, because that's really important.
Well, and you do so exceptionally well, Wanda. Thank you for sharing your story with us. You're an amazing woman, and it's just great. Like when you said you attract like-minded people, I thought, wow, you know, how blessed then I am to have Wanda on my WhatsApp group because I just love your sincere heart and you're a very sincere person. Thank you for sharing your story and how the business is just booming for you because of your love for people, really. That's what it boils down to. So thank you for sharing. Betsy, over to you.
Absolutely. I would like to introduce next Marvelous Michelle. Now, Michelle is a professional photographer. She is a mother of 2 precious children. I think it's been 16 years since she ran a full mile, and she just did that. She just met that goal. And I'm super proud to know her as a person because she is a brilliant thinker. She is one who can communicate on just a higher level to me. She is just brilliant in the way she forms her words and she shares her heart and her belief in the future. So I want to introduce to you Marvelous Michelle.
Hello, everybody. So good to be with you guys today. Erika, what would you like me to share? Thank you. Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I love the leopard prints. I'm just saying.
Awesome. Well, it is just a privilege to be with you guys today. And I want to talk a little bit about my background in business and why I find this to be such an amazing opportunity. And as Betsy said, I'm a mom to 2 little kids and I run my own portrait studio. And I have been doing that for almost 11 years, actually, with my photography business. And, you know, that it's hard work being a traditional business owner. And it's something that when you think about having a business, running any kind of an organization where you have to be in compliance with certain organizations. You have to pay taxes. You have to think about all of the marketing. You have to think about everything that goes into creating a high quality, high value functioning business. And that's a lot. And when you are in it by yourself, it becomes even more. And so, I came to this in a position where I wanted to provide for my family. And I'm home with my children. We've structured our lives in a way that I can work my traditional business around my husband's schedule and be home with my kids. And that's wonderful, but there's limitations to that because I have to be, face to face with my clients. And if I'm not in the face of a client, I'm not generating an income for my family. And when this came across my path, it was one of those things that as a business owner, I saw all of the different benefits. The fact that I don't have to do everything by myself anymore. The fact that I have amazing community. And I tell you what, this company has touched my life literally in every single way. I've experienced health transformations personally. I have seen my family have their health transformed in pretty impressive ways. I have grown as a woman, as a professional, as a business owner. But the thing that I love the most is the community. The fact that we link arms together, we get to come together with other people. Like we have our own business, we have our own opportunity, but we do it together with others. So we have a shared goal and a shared vision of improving people's lives and empowering them to give them opportunity. But we can each do it in our own lane. My photography business, I focus primarily on moms and small children. And so for me, this gives me the ability to help support new moms in their journey because it's hard. It is physically hard, emotionally hard. You are in a new position where you're looking at, do I go back to work? Do I stay at home? If I stay at home, how do we provide? And so this is something that I have discovered I can weave into what I already do. I can serve my existing clients in a whole new way where I can give them the ability to support their family physically and from a health standpoint. I can connect them with an amazing community and I can give those moms the ability to provide for their families and still stay home. And they can do it from anywhere. And they don't have to be face to face with somebody in order to do that. It is just incredible, the opportunity and the doors that have opened and the ways that I see that this can bless and benefit families around the world.
Wow, you're absolutely right, Michelle. And as with everybody, what I find fascinating is the things that you highlight are the things that you are experiencing and that you are living, right? And so talk to us about Level Up. You've got that beautiful banner behind you. What is all of that about? And talk to us about running a mile without stopping. That's
so Level Up. Oh my gosh. How many times have we looked at our life and gone, I'm doing okay, but I can do better. And realize that, whether it's my health, whether it's my business, my relationships, I want to level it up. I want the opportunity to make changes to improve my health. And so we have rolled out an amazing program called Level Up that is allowing people to do just that. And it starts with a focus on the physical, on the level up from a health and a fitness standpoint. We have it structured so that it's simple, it's easy to follow. And the more people you invite on that journey with you to help level up your life, and that can look different for every single person, right? For some people, it might be, like we have athletes who are in the process of training for high-level competitions. So for them, it might be elevating their athletic performance. For people like me, never been a runner until this company came into my life, and it changed my health in a way that I was able to then start being active again and start running. And so with this level up program, I've incorporated the exercise back into my routine. And I have been hoping to be able to get to where I can run a half a mile straight through without stopping. Never in my life, I don't think. I ran for a short period when I was in college about 15 years ago. And I maybe did it once then to run that straight through, but I'm not positive about that. And so I've been working on the running and just building up my stamina and working towards that goal. And yesterday, it kicked my butt really hard, the first half mile. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk the rest of it. And then I said, no, I'm not going to walk the rest of it because I have a goal and I'm trying to push through. And it's a mental thing in a lot of cases where we let our mind tell us that we can't do something. And so it's about taking control of your mind and your habits. And so when I did that, I started running and I got to, 0.3 of a mile. And I'm like, I'm doing pretty good. I can hit that half mile. I'm going to get that today. And I hit that half mile and I'm like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just going to keep going and see how far I can go. And then I got to like 0.72 and I'm going, oh, I'm hitting 3/4 of a mile. That is going to happen. And then by the time I was there, I'm like, nah, it's only another 1/4 mile. Let's see if I can do it. And so I just continue to push through and tell my brain, stop putting limitations. Stop telling
That's
yourself
excellent.
you can't do this and see
Yes.
what can actually happen. And so that has been the progression. And so yesterday I set a new personal record. I broke through a barrier in my own mind with, my physical activity. And it's amazing to see what can happen in the physical realm when you challenge yourself physically, what can then begin to happen and transform in your mindset that carries over into relationships, into business, and many other areas of your life.
A true example of believe you can and you're halfway there. Your goal was a half a mile, but you stretched yourself to 1 mile. So I want to know, what is your next goal? Is it 2 miles, a mile and a half? What is your next goal, Michelle?
So my next goal, I think, is to be able to consistently repeat what I just did.
Nice.
Because it's one thing to be able to hit it one time, but I want to be developing habits of consistency. So get to where I continually do that. And then I have it on my goals to compete in a 5K.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you will succeed, Shirley, because that's just who you are. You've made that decision. So thanks for sharing that, Michelle. It's just, you're such an inspiration. And yeah, thank you for doing this with us. We just love having you in our community as well. We're honored to know you. So guys, next up, we have the woman that is known for being the FUN in fun, right? Robin DeMio. She puts the life in every party. She is just an amazing entrepreneur, a wonderful mom, wonderful wife, wonderful friend. But my gosh, does she bring an element of life into everything that she works and touches. Robin DeMio, the one and only. Thank you so much for being on our Zoom today. What an honor to have you with us, Robin. We just adore you. Thank you for sharing with us. The stage is yours.
Well, hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, what a blessing and a pleasure to be here with all of you. And thank you all so much for taking time out of your very busy day, whether it's nighttime, daytime, in the middle of the night, in the afternoon, whatever it is. We know that everyone around the world is busy. And so, we have some real encouragement for you today because we have a better way. And I know, Erika, you want me to share my little story, my 2-minute story, and how I got involved here. And one of the beautiful things about this industry is that anybody, from wherever you are, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're fat, you're skinny, you're purple, you're green. If you're blonde or you're brunette, it doesn't matter if you're an accountant or you have a college degree or you've just gotten out of prison. You can run a network marketing business. Now, I will say, and I'll share this story for another day, but I have been in jail. So I can say I was a jailbird at one point. And I have been able to run this business very successfully, I might add. I've done a lot of things in my life. You know, I'm an ordained minister. I am a mother. I'm a wife of 26 years. I have grandchildren. I've been a bartender. I'm a fashion designer. So I just say, you know, I am a creative designer of life. And so if you don't design your own life, then you don't know where you're going, and you'll let life design it for you. And I would just not encourage that. But, you know, 6.5 years ago, actually right now, probably right this day, 7 years ago, is that right? 7 years ago, I was searching for a cake because I was holding a beautiful bridal shower, and I didn't know anybody who made a beautiful cake, and I didn't want to just go to the grocery store. So I asked God, who should I get a cake from? And he told me a woman I didn't know. She was a little intimidating in the sense that she was beautiful and smart. And so I reached out to her, and it was Tammy Maltby Melchizedek. And Tammy made the most beautiful cake. She's known for doing that, amongst other things. And when I went to pick up the cake, she handed me a brochure about a product, a liquid nutrition. And what she didn't know is that I had been struggling about 10 years in my health. And the reason I struggled for 10 years was because I had suffered significant loss in my life. Does anyone here, have you ever experienced significant loss? And if you have, I can bet you that it has affected your health in some fashion. Might be your mental health, or it might be your physical health. It could be your financial health. And so I needed liquid nutrition because I was taking about 72 supplements a day just to get well. That wasn't because I wanted to take them. It was because I needed to get well. And it was a pretty severe time for me, but we had lost everything. Now, if you don't have a plan B, like I didn't have, you want to really put your antenna up right now, because plan B is important, and it might become your plan A at some point. And so for me, I needed a victory. I needed a victory in my life. And let me just tell you, a victory is the overcoming or the mastery of success in a struggle or endeavor against odds or difficulty. And I needed a victory, and I got one because somebody was brave enough to give me a brochure about something. And I'm grateful every day, because what happened to me next was I was able to pivot. I was able to change direction in my life. I didn't want a business. I needed better health. But once my health got better, I could start now focusing on the bigger picture, which is helping more people to do the same. And so, long story short, I jumped on board. I got a big pack of products that were designed more for me. Like, what did I need? Kind of like what's coming to Africa. Products that are designed for the African people, by the African people. And so I started taking my products, drinking my products, and wow, I started noticing a huge difference in my health. And then I thought, I can't keep this to myself. Now, you know the old story. If you want to get the word around, you've got 3 ways to do it: telephone, telegraph, or tell a woman. And you want to tell a woman, because women are powerful, and we will share anything. We will tell you what works best for us. We'll tell you about our great tennis shoes. We'll tell you about our earrings. We'll tell you about our undergarments. We'll tell you about our whatever. And so we share it with everybody. And if we love it, we're going to share it. And that's what I did. I started sharing with a bunch of people, and I came on board, and I had 2 people join me, and then 2 more people join me. So we had 4 people right off the bat, and we were really, really having a great time. You know why? Because we felt good, we looked good, we were making money, we were in a community, and we were having a victory. And so I was starting to make a significant amount of money in a pretty quick amount of time, pretty short amount of time. And we just really enjoyed ourselves. And so I want to say it's not easy. It's not easy. So birthing Africa is a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big baby. But the victory is coming because you're overcomers. And it's coming, and it's very soon. And this baby is going to be so amazing and beautiful and big that you guys are going to want to jump on board, because some of you really need a health benefit. And some of you, probably most of you, need a financial breakthrough. You need something to pivot you and change the direction of your life. Because as we all know, and I know that you Africans are out there, and there's been a lot of struggle with the pandemic and all kinds of issues, businesses shutting down. Here is your key of hope. This is your door of hope, because this is an opportunity for you that comes by once in a lifetime. And that's what happened to me. And so I was able to rise above my difficulties. I was able to shine brightly, and now I can live freely because of the residual income. And I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep building that all around the world. And I'm so happy. I don't know where she went, but the Israeli woman on here, yay! Israel is one of my favorite nations. But you know, I have a call to Africa as well. And so I just want to say thank you so much, Erika, for letting me share here. And it has been a journey that I would not pass up for a moment. And we're getting ready to do it again.
That was excellent, excellent, Rockstar Robin. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. And I know that within your heart, you believe for victory for every single person on this Zoom, every single person who will see this recording. And I love that about you. I love how you believe others to the top.
Yes, thank you.
Wow, thanks, Robs. You guys, I want to, before we close the Zoom out, I want to encourage you to go back to the person that invited you to today's Zoom and ask your questions. Ask about the products, ask about how you can earn an income, and make sure that you get your questions answered as far as possible. When you're in a new market, there might be a little bit more questions, but we will try to get them answered for you. And truly, as Robin is saying, this is a vehicle of opportunity for you. You can choose to get on it, you can choose not to. That is your choice. But at least we want to present it to you and make sure that you are aware of what is passing you by. So I want to thank you for joining us on the Zoom as we listen to some amazing women share where they have come from and where they are today, and most definitely where they are on their way to, as they believe in what they're doing and believing to the top. Betsy, why don't you close us out? Thank you for being my co-host, beautiful Betsy Waters, and I appreciate you, Betsy, very much. Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you, amazing Erika. I want to close out with something that Tammy Maltby Melchizedek said. And she said, teach your brain how to craft the story you want. And I want to add to that, teach your heart how to craft the story that you want. Because I started out talking about believe you can and you're halfway there. So I encourage you to train your brain and your heart to craft the story that you want for yourself, for your future, and for your community. Thanks so much, Erika.
Okay, good night, everybody. Take care, sleep tight, have a beautiful day. Thank you, Anne, for everything. Thank you to everybody being with us today. Have a wonderful, blessed evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye
You're
now.
so
Thank you.
amazing. Don't forget it.
Bye. It's great talking.